Hello everybody, Drew here. Tip of the Mint Flips, where every 100 subscribers there is a giveaway. So if you're watching, make sure you're subscribed so you have a chance to win. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 orders going out for about 70 bucks. So not great, but very easy packers. So that is the one caveat that makes it okay. First thing going out, I'm pretty sure most of these will sell relatively soon from here on out. But this is the closest I've ever had to ship something. It's about 45 minutes away from me. I considered reaching out and saying, hey, just so you know, I live very close if you're ever in the area. But I said, it's a $10.99 free shipping item. I'm just going to throw it in a bag and ship it. So it is 3 Red Ladder ball replacement bolo. It's ladder, what do they call that? Ladder, hillbilly golf, or I think it's been called Polish horseshoes, or what's the other one? Ladder golf, I think, is the other one. I think there's many other names for it. Same thing with cornhole or bags, or depending on the state or the family, it has different names. But I paid $2 for like 6 different sets of them or something like that. And I split them all up into individual sets. So it's a set of 3 bolos in a bag, different colors, like so. And they went for $10.99 free shipping. Next up, complete in box body count for the Xbox 360. I listed this yesterday and it sold almost immediately right there. And I think when I looked it up, it said rare. And when I bought this game last winter, I think I paid $7 free shipping for it, and I just sold it for $15.99 free shipping. So that kind of speaks to how the boom in the retro gaming has happened. There's a few, the collectibles, stuff like that, like the sports cards, trading, all that, because of everybody being home, things that you did as a child or were once into, people have had time to get back into those things. So price of games has shot up. But what I did is I went through all my Xbox games, and there was only 4, but I picked out 4 that we just never play or will never play. That, in the case of that one, there was a game called Black that was only for PlayStation 2, and I loved it. It was one of my favorite games. And I found out through watching some YouTube video that that was the second one. It was like a part 2, but they just gave it a new name. And I got it, and it's terrible. It's not very good. Not even the same gameplay. So I was tricked into buying that by, what's that YouTuber? Metal Jesus is his name, but he's a very famous gaming YouTuber. So I made a profit on that. That's great. And also it's a drop shipper. And I can tell because they left a note that says, make sure I don't do any people's information here. I'll zoom in if I did, but this is a gift. Please not include receipt. Please pack it well. Send quickly. Blah, 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 blah. Drop shipper. Don't care. Drop shippers are perfectly fine. I don't put receipts or invoices in any of my orders, so that's never a problem for me. And drop shippers always prompt with their payments, as opposed to some other people when they make me offers and things like that. And then I did take, speaking of offers, I took an offer on this. And I've said before, any price people offer me on the Beanie Babies that's good. They're out of here. I've already made a bunch of money on that. Beanie Baby Britannia, and then Maple with the case. It's some of the different regions. Now to find it, it's been so long. That's a phone. That's not it. I think it's actually this one up here, which would be great. I would love to have this spot back for actual merchandise that's worth actual money. Oh, that's not it. Great. Here we go. Oh, the one that says Maple on it. Sometimes I'm too smart for my own good. I label it and I don't read the label. But it is Beanie Babies. That one is Ireland, I think. And UK, and then Maple in the case. And I didn't sell the case separately because it says Maple and there's Maple in it. I figured why not just leave it like that. $15 plus shipping. And then we have Dead Space, Xbox 360. Again, one of the games I listed. I've heard it's a great game, just not really my thing. I'm not into the, what you would call the spooky ooky games. I don't like that. I'm not a fan of, like, Silent Hill, Resident Evil games. I don't like to be scared when I play my video games. It's not my thing. And then these, actually, I just listed these last week too. 6 Winter White. I think I took an offer. Maybe not, though. No, I didn't take an offer. 6 Winter White. Hook and something. No, it's not hook and something. Let me just read it, because now I also need to know where it is. Hook handle cups. T. Corning. Corel. Did I put it in the wrong spot? Been doing that too much lately. It was right where I knew it was. Right there. And those are just your basic Corel cups. I got those for 25 cents a piece. So that's $1.50 right there. $1.50 into $20.99 plus shipping. That's a great flip. I love that. And it only took a few days, 5-6 days. No, not even that. It took 3 days, because I just listed those. So that's all the sales for today. Very, very easy packing days. Very easy. Bag, bag, bag. Small box. Already in the box it's going in. I mean, that doesn't get much easier. Couple things I have been working on, or at least I was working on yesterday. I finally paired up my CDs that were in like a CD book like this with the cases that I've had stored forever. And I was pretty shocked. This stack here was worth listing individually. Went through, and so that meant, for me, including shipping, because all this can go media mail, including shipping, these were $7 and up. Highest one I found was $25, so that was pretty good. The rest of these were, you know, $7 under, but still around the $5 range. I'll probably put, there's a lot of same artists, so I'll probably group some of those together. Same thing with these piles here. Group them together by genre or by artist. Or if there is one of these that is worth money and then I have genre artists, I might group that together, and this will be like the marquee one that's they're getting all the value from. And then because I'm a kid of the 90s and 2000s, this is a giant stack of burnt CDs that you can't, of course, can't sell because those are stolen. And then this, speaking of stolen, is how many CDs I have the cases for, but I don't have the CDs, which means between 1999 and now, that's how many have been stolen from me from friends, because I didn't have my house broke into. Those would be stolen from friends. So that bummed me out a lot. I can narrow it down to about 3 people. So, you know, it's probably 10 years ago at this point, or plus 10 years ago or more, but I know it was one of at least 3 people. So that wasn't really, that wasn't a fun part of this, but as far as like the nostalgic part of it, it was great. I am switching all these over to digital, not like copying them, but adding them to my Spotify so that I don't lose my log of music that I've generated over my lifetime. But because it was such a nostalgic thing, I've only made it through 3 albums. So that's going fairly slow. I decided I'm going to order CD boxes because unlike games, which the plastic is forgiving, it's like spongy almost. So you can mail them in a bubble mailer like this, and it's a high rate of success of them not getting damaged. CD cases, on the other hand, do not have forgiveness. It's a harder plastic. And so if I put them in those, any amount of contact by any package and they'll break. So it's pretty cheap for CD1. So I'll order enough to do these, and then anything that's lotted up will end up in, maybe not that one, but they'll probably fit in one of these 8x6x4s. And so that'll probably be my option for any amount of above 1. Speaking of music, I ran into a bit of a hiccup The records, at this point, I'm just listening to the ones that I probably will keep, and then they're going over here. So far, the Chicago album I've just bought, that is awesome, and this Purple Rain one, and then a Who Live, like, special edition. It's very cool. Not worth as much money as I expected, but it's like, it has copies of the bills for different things, and the set list, and the contract, and all the things from when the Who played live at the Leeds. So it's a really cool collector's edition, but surprisingly not worth a ton of money. But the problem I ran into is all of the albums are dirty. So I was like, okay, I'll clean them, no big deal. And I looked up the process in cleaning them. Very time consuming. Not difficult in any way, but in order to not damage the album, not damage the label, and do it properly, it's a time consuming process. So what I'm going to do is first sort out all the ones I'm going to keep. Then sort all the ones out, the ones that are worth a decent amount of money. Start with those. And then beyond that, it might end up being garage sale stuff. Might end up being like a lot up type scenario. I'll reassess at that point. Also, today I am venturing out. I swung into my pop's house. I said, hey, I'm running low on stock. You got any things you want to get rid of? He always has stuff he wants to get rid of. So it was pouring rain. So I said, I'll come back in a couple hours when it stops raining. And I don't know, 3 VCRs, 2 DVD VCR combos, a couple CD players, a miniature TV, VCR TV. So definitely enough to get me through the day. And then I have to, we'd have to agree on a price, but possibly I'm going to do a bulk magazine buy, which I desire them, but I desire them at a cost that makes sense to me. That's always the tricky part. I can want it all I want. If I don't get it at the right price, it ain't worth nothing to me. So I'll pack these up. I'll go pick up the other stuff, and we'll pick back up there. All right, so I got all those electronics tested, and unfortunately, only like 3 out of 10 worked. One of them, luckily, was the most expensive thing, the small VCR TV combo, and then the other 2 things that worked were the very cheapest things. So, not really great as far as time, $2, but it is what it is. Something I forgot to mention before when I was talking about the CDs, one of my big concerns about having CDs still is a thing called disc rot, which I hope I can get. Maybe you can see it, I'm not sure. But if you can see pinholes, I'm not sure if that's coming through, but when you hold it up to a light, you see these little pinholes that develop in the CD, and it's not because it's been damaged, it's because of a thing that exists called disc rot. They had no idea that was going to be a thing. CDs were going to replace records and tapes and 8-tracks. Tapes and 8-tracks do deteriorate, but if stored properly, not too bad, and not nearly as fast. Albums will last forever, so apparently the first one was probably the best. Also digital, it's compressed, so it doesn't sound as good. So albums are technically the best. So when you hear somebody being a snob, like, oh, I only listen to albums, that's how you get it is the best sound you can get when you have a good record player and a good album. But all discs, every single one that exists right now, at some point will just stop working. Every disc that's a game, every disc that is a CD, a computer game, a DVD. I'm not positive on Blu-rays, but I'm going to just assume Blu-rays as well. I don't really have knowledge about Blu-ray. But yeah, so my collection, my thousands of dollars I've spent in CDs over the years, right now it's looking like I'll make probably $300 to $400. Sorry, I was just outside, so my allergies are driving me crazy. But I need to get rid of them because I don't feel like I'm scamming someone. The ones, I'm not going to sell that one I was just showing you with the holes in it. Like that, of course, is useless. That will go in the trash. I'm just sitting it here still so I can transfer all my library to digital so I don't forget and then never hear a song again that I at one point enjoyed. But I'd rather those be someone else's problem further down the road than my problem. I have no desire to hang on to something that will deteriorate. That sounds stupid to me. So just kind of sure, this will be tip of the day. Get rid of your discs. They are going to deteriorate. Now, if you're, if it's DVDs and eventually your DVDs are going to phase out and they're worthless anyways, whatever. But if you're sitting on a CD collection, do something with it. Get rid of it. They will eventually deteriorate. It might already have happened. If it's just sitting there and you haven't listened to them in 10 years, you might have 30 CDs that just don't function anymore. So, I mean, that's about as deep dive into the realm of CDs and discs as you need to go, but that is a real thing. It's not like it's fast. It's not all of a sudden it just starts deteriorating. Like that one I just showed you is from, I don't know, probably 1993. So that's, a 30-year-old album. So sure, you get 30 years out of it, 25 years out of it. Most people scratch them anyways and they're done in 5. But get rid of them. They will deteriorate. They will, at one point, all of these will be no longer functioning. That's a real life thing that is going to happen. Did a bit of sourcing today because I'm out of stuff. Luckily, Goodwill was not Goodwill, Salvation Army was pretty good. Not anything super high end, but easy listers, definitely sellers. Went to Habitat for Humanity, got this game called Hive, and used, I'll probably get about 20 bucks for that. Bought it for $3.50, 20 plus shipping. This is a vintage Nerf and Surf Hydro Ball. I paid $1.50, and I saw one of these sold for $20, and there was not another one listed. So that's pretty cool there. This puzzle right here, there was 2 of them I got at the Salvation Army, and I've gotten one of this puzzle before at the Salvation Army. Very weird that there must have been, I don't know, maybe when the Kmart was here or something, they sold these, or in a dollar store. I have no idea why I would find 3 in my small town. But the one I sold had a missing piece, and I still got $10 for it. So I figured at the very least, I'll be able to combine those 2 to make one whole one and get 15 to 20 bucks, and possibly sell the other one with missing pieces, or if I'm lucky, which rarely happens, I will have 2 complete puzzles and I'll get about $20 a piece, $15, $20 a piece for both of them. Paid $1 a piece for those. This Fisher-Price train set here, if you have all the pieces with it and it's in really good condition, you can get, and you got more of the carts, you can get 100 plus, it looked like 75 plus. I paid $4. I figured 25 bucks right there. It's not in fabulous condition, but it's okay. And then this, I couldn't find a comp, but it's vintage Pyrex, like original Pyrex, because it has patent on it instead of just a number. So I'll do a little extra research. It's super thick, way thicker than a normal one. I'll do a little extra research, got $1.99 on that, and I'm guessing 20 to 25 bucks, but I'll have to double check because, like I said, there was none of this kind listed. So it might be a little more rare than I expected, which I had happened before with a nesting bowl where there was a set, the primary color nesting bowls, and one of them in the set it said patent on it, which meant it was pre 1950 or something like that. It was in the 1940s. There was a date. I'll have to research that again to find out, because my memory is trash, and it did make the value much higher. So I'll have to double check on that, but probably 20, 25 bucks. Then rinse and repeat. Corning Grab It, $2. I think last one I sold $12 plus shipping, somewhere in there, $10 plus shipping. Either way, they sell almost immediately. I don't usually pick up anchor hocking, but I'm gonna start a little more, not a ton, but a little bit more. $2.99 for that. Blue 1.5 quart mixing bowl, and I want to say that was 20 bucks plus shipping, and mostly because I need stuff right now. And then this is an anchor hocking set of glasses. These were very cool looking. I tried to find a comp on them and I couldn't, but even if these weren't anchor hocking, I think just with the palm tree evening sun type look, with summer coming up, I think that will still sell pretty well. Got all four for $1.99. I'm thinking probably 25 bucks. And then a couple Pyrex lids for 99 cents. Anywhere between 10 and 15 a piece for both of those. And then this company, I probably always say the name wrong, but Arcopal, Arcopal, probably saying it wrong, but two that were the strawberry print, 99 cents each, this flower print, and this also flower print. I'll probably profit somewhere around $5 each for those. Mugs are easy shippers, don't take up a lot of space. And then I got two books, both for $4.99. It's more than I should pay for them. That's not really the market I need to be. But I like older books, and these two I thought were really cool. This one is Alice in Wonderland, or Alice Adventures in Wonderland. And this one was from 1941. Is that what it said? Yeah, 1941. And I saw a sold of this exact one for 20 bucks plus shipping, I think it was. So even if I got 15 plus shipping, that would be great. And it doesn't take up a lot of space and very easy to ship. And this one, The Princess and the Goblin from 1907. There was one just like this that sold for, I think it was only $15, but there isn't one listed. So I'll probably put this at 25 bucks and take whatever offer comes. But I just thought that was super cool. 1907, that's getting up there. So not any big jackpot, you know, oh my, I'm gonna pay all the bills with these. But total here, I spent about $40 minimum, bare minimum. There's $150 profit here. You know, not great, but it's that every day, got to fill the shelves with something, got to keep listing, because my listing tracker here of listings per day, I am very behind. I still have, subtract that, I still have 92 listings to do this month to keep up, and I don't have 92 things. And it's a guideline. It's not, I'm not gonna, you know, beat myself in the streets, flog myself in the streets because I didn't make it. It's just trying to keep me on track, trying to keep me going, but I'm not going to just list trash to keep up with the number. If I don't have things, it means I'm listing. I'm continuously listing. It means I'm keeping up with doing what I'm supposed to do. If I run out of stuff, that's just kind of an invitation, got mush mouth going, an invitation to go sourcing. On that note, this is where I've been saying, can't wait for garage sale season, can't wait for it to start taking off, blah, blah, blah. Finally, it's this weekend. I know it's this weekend. There's a town, well, it's an area which consists of like 3 towns, and they're doing they do a community sale. None of the sales basically happened last year, but they put out a map with all the sales, because it's such a small area. It's like, why people we're not gonna get the traffic unless we do them all the same weekend. So I think there was 20 plus on the map, and then usually you'll find 10 to 20 more where, you know, they were too lazy to put themselves on the map, or didn't know it was a thing. They, oh wow, that's this weekend, let me have a sale. Or they see all the other sales and they just put some stuff out. So I think minimum I'll go to 30 sales tomorrow, but that might be a little daunting, a little much. And it's also, you know, family movie night, so I can't be out forever. I also will have to pack my order still. I might switch, because I only ship on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I might start shipping Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, so that Fridays are open completely for garage sales and rummage sales and yard sales, whatever you call them in your area. We call them all 3 here, unless you're those weirdos on the East Coast that call them tag sales. I don't know about that. That one doesn't make sense to me, because I go to garage sales that do not have tags all the time. That is a pet peeve of mine. I don't know if it's a pet peeve of yours. Oh, just make an offer. $1. Every time people say that, I say $1. That's my go-to. And then they either go, okay, which sometimes that works, Or they're like, oh no, I mean, make a real offer. Okay, $1.50. Tell me how much you want for the thing. I'll either pay for it or I won't. But that's probably just me. I tend to take things a little more personal than I probably should. But if you've been here a little while, I think you've figured that out by now. But that's going to be all for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, go ahead and give it a thumbs down. Subscribe, share, and be good to each other.